Hi, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. My name is Steph. I've created an ink blot made in your name and essence that we are going to scry to see what shapes and symbols speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We're also going to add on tarot and oracle, and as well where the ghost gift is here, we are going to utilize Ghost Tube Seer for any visual inspirations that may or may not arise. Overall, please do receive a release freely, of course. So, Taurians, you know the drill. I'm going to take a moment to open up. You're welcome to join me before the reveal. There'll be some timestamps below as well. If you'd like to join me, taking a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Taurian Collective. Taurians, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Gratitude galore. Okay, let's go. So we'll reveal your scroll here. Again, the timestamp will be below if you want to skip forward through, but I'm also going to grab you a rune. 2 animal runes, if I may. Whoops. Okay. Taurians, if these things mean anything to you, a llama, spirit animal, symbology, or a fox with the word magic, please follow that. I wonder if there's been some magic in the making is the way I'm hearing it, because I'm seeing it like a wool sweater coming through. Interesting. Taurians, we're going to scry from one direction for earlier here in Feb, and we'll return for later. Okay. Let's go. Seeing some sort of like gymnast or something. I'm also seeing a stapler. Interesting. It's like a stapler and a staple remover all at the same time. So it's like somehow I've merged a tool that I'm going to use, maybe as a stapler as this example, but instead of having to have also a staple remover, you have invented or have done something so that it's all in one tool. Kind of like a Swiss Army knife, but I'm not seeing the Swiss Army knife. I'm seeing it as a stapler, but like the butt of it is also a staple remover. It's kind of magical because it's like, oh, why haven't these... I don't need the 2 things. I can have 2 in 1. 2 in 1, like a shampoo and conditioner, 2 in 1. I'm seeing conversations being had, but it's like eyes with the eyes. You know, if there's your people or your partner or something, and you can just look over and be like, is it time to go? Yeah, time to go. Or, I'm good. I'm good. There's a conversation happening with eyes. Again, this gymnast thing is coming through, and I think it's on the horse. I'm seeing one of those things that massages your head for like senses. Like it's actually upside down, but I'm still seeing it that way. Feel very relaxed or taking time to relax. Something else soothing my brain. Taurians, you might be very, very smart and intelligent about, maybe that's why you've invented something. And it doesn't, have to be in relation to like a tangible material thing. Maybe for some it has at work, like you create a new filing system where you're like, there's a better way to do this. Through my experience, you know what I mean? It's not it's through experience. I'm seeing a lot of people in here. People coming to see you. Are you going to stay relaxed? Is this the gymnast thing of like navigating a crowd? Because I feel like it might even be within yourself. It's like I've merged two ways of doing something, being something, 2 ideas. And I just heard like completing the task from A to Z. Like there's so many pieces. Somebody also might be inventing something, or again, whatever you've done, business or professional. What I'm sensing is the output or the reveal of it is going to be very successful, like make you a lot of money. Or maybe it's an investment you have invested in, whether that's yourself. Again, magic. It's like you've somehow, okay. It's like turning water into wine or hay into gold. But I want to know, like in the Rumpelstiltskin way, it's not necessarily having to have this trickery with it or this riddle. I feel like you have completed the riddle. Like you figured it out. Interesting. Interesting. Is that a cat? Is that a cat? Is that a cat? Give me a moment here. Sorry. Taurians, if you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome, fellow Earth signs. And you warm my haunted heart. Your perspective is powerful, and I do hope that you have met or meet a message with meaning. All right, I'm going to continue on here so I don't take up too much of your time today. I'm seeing a sleep mask. And snore strips. Interesting. So I don't. Again, maybe it's just doing things while you're sleeping. FOMO, clear your vibes. I'll bring that card up for you in a moment. There's like a parking lot, or is it? Okay, so I just heard, because the way I'm seeing it, if you're on a phone, you can zoom in. But see right here, it's like I'm seeing somebody getting ready to cross a road. And I heard the joke, like, how does the chicken cross the road? But you're not chicken to cross the road. The asphalt rivers, if I may. That's what I call them. The asphalt rivers. Sorry, back in the sleep state with the sleep mask and the breathe strip or something along that lines. I don't know what it is, but see how the person's face, again, in the slumbery of this, it's like I'm walking in dark, like my face is all fuzzy. And I'm doing things, at least the way I'm feeling is I'm doing things, I think subconsciously, like maybe you can imagine things and you can work out certain mechanisms in your mind to some degree. It's like maybe from the process of A to F, happens in the sleep state, REM state, or you receive downloads, whatever the case may be, call it whatever you will, from spirit, or you're visiting those in the afterlife. But it's like it goes from A to F, and then when you wake up and amongst your day, your week, your month, or even years, in some cases, it's you take the steps and then slowly go, G, H, I, J, K, for whatever reason it's coming through in the alphabet. So I'm not really sure what that is. But it's like at this point in time, I'm hearing, also be sure to take time to clear your vibes. Get rest. Relax with that head thing. Specifically about your brain. You might be an overthinker. And there's something about looking at the overhead. I don't know if that's in relation to like typical business stuff, like, oh, the overhead's going to cost this much or that much. Just something about that. And then step has come through. You're taking the steps. Step by step. Ooh, baby. Don't be afraid to move and change. Don't be chicken to cross the road. Maybe this is in relation for some, as it just popped in, like moving. Considering like moving towns or states or something. Or I've always lived in the country and you have a calling or whatnot to move to the city. It doesn't feel like it's so far. Friends forever has come through. Maybe you're worried about missing somebody if you cross the road, the asphalt rivers, or sail upon, move continents, or whatever the case may be, grow together individually. This is about codependency moving into, for me anyway, into interdependency. Again, it's like, ooh, okay, well, that card just flew out. Have solace in that. Have solace that even if it's like the stapler and the staple remover all at the same time. There's something about the brain, the massage, or something about overthinking or overhead. This maybe you kind of feel like there's a cloud overhead in some cases, in some respect. I'm coming back in here because I'm seeing a rose ready to open. It's specifically a rose, so this might have something to do with love or what you love and how you express that love through freedom. And maybe if a friend or a partner or somebody's moving away, but you love them, so that means freedom. I want you to have what you want to experience in life. And you might have a little, sadness about that. And that's okay. You're friends forever. How that friendship looks will be different because it will evolve. What is that? What is that I'm seeing there? Familiar bond with your spirit animal. Sorry, Taurians, give me a moment. I'm seeing an incense burner, but I think it might be one of those oil incense burners or wax melt or something like that. Like it burns a little longer or diffuses differently in the air. I'm also seeing like those best friend necklaces that, heartbreak and the heart together. Even if someone's moving away or you're moving away or somebody that has just always been across the street or something, I don't know what this is. You can still take time to bond, call, all the different things. Taurians, you are getting ready to move quickly in relation. Yeah, see, work is on the... Oh, sorry, wrong camera angle. Hi, how you doing? You're getting ready to move quickly. I'm seeing a soapbox derby. Some sort of agility, being able to move flexibly, even in the mind. Flexible, follow lines. It's like seeing one of those mazes and being able to kind of conceive just from a view of it or a memory of it and go, no, if I go left, right, I end up at a dead end. I got to come back a little bit. And then it's almost like a redirection. And with this fate card, of course, always follow what you see, sense, or feel first versus my yammerings. But I appreciate the space being held. And if you haven't already, Taurians, if I didn't say so, please do like, share, subscribe. You totally warm my haunted heart. But there, in this fate, it's almost like the wheels being worked on to get it. Even when I was talking about like Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, sorry. Like Rumpelstiltskin. And he does it with one of those things, right? I don't know what it's called. I'm sure you know. And then there's a bat also in this. It's in something in the subconscious. You might have hidden this thought or invention away and it's like coming back to life. Also, if there is some sort of relationship, personal, platonic, romantic, whatever the case may be is, or an opportunity that has been very free flowing for some time and has been nice, and it might be coming to an end, but it's not. It's just a new beginning for it to explore more space and realize that space logistically doesn't always indicate. It's almost like it's suddenly realizing what's convenient and what's been codependent on convenience. And space might actually work to your advantage in some way, shape, or form. Does that make sense? I feel like it does somewhere. Okay. So I want to come back in here. I've been working on something almost like with the surgical like precision again, but it hurts my brain. I'm not gonna lie, Taurians, like it hurts my brain. but I respect the effort that's been put into it. But it's almost like, don't forget to make time to bond. Okay. Also something about like bearings in a car. You know, like if a bearing's going in your car and it makes like that particular little sound or sensation. It's like, I don't know if it's about getting your like bearings checked per se, but I'm typically always speaking symbolically. Yeah, because it is reflective, right? You can feel it. Maybe you feel something on the right side, but the source is on the left side. Does that make sense? So it's like, oh, one of my bearings is going, or I'm going to replace one of my bearings. And you're very aware of this. Are you getting bearings? Getting your new bearings for this flower, for this rose to open back up. Oh my goodness. Okay, Taurians, I'll bring these up for you. I am embracing something. I think it's change. I think it's change, Taurians. That's what that horse up there and that gymnast thing maybe I was seeing. I think is it like the pommel horse? I don't know. It's like that. I think it might. Anyways, not the point. And there's two people in this rose. But it could be aspects of yourself as well. Yeah, see? This rose is of illumination. I'm also seeing the Red Lady from Game of Thrones. If that symbology means anything to anyone. There's a lot of, I feel like I want to say be open. Be open to the magic. Bring comforts, or you create the comforts. You create the comforts. Again, don't be afraid to move and change. Friends forever. And they are holding hands. You might even have a friend or a partner or somebody that is like your mirror. They feel very friendly for your frequencies. I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, they're like a yes person, or they're very agreeable. This is almost like you're just very aware that you each mirror each other. And that gets things going emotionally, physically, spiritually. And when I say that, it's like emotionally, physically, spiritually. Root chakra, throat chakra, and above the crown chakra. There's a lot, like wheels are spinning. My wheels are spinning about something. Okay, Taurians, I'm going to get ready to close out here. Whew. If there's anything else that you see, sense, or feel, please feel well to comment. I'm going to also, I'll put the timestamps below for if you just want to check out the runes or the reading. Or the reveal. Either somebody is watching you leave the nest, or whatever nest you have built. You are seeing somebody leave the nest, whether it's your children or somebody, you know, it's like having a spouse or a partner or a friend, and they've been working so hard towards something, and you're just used to them working hard towards something, and then they finally receive it. And I don't want to say it like that, you know what I mean? They finally, but it's like, and you finally see somebody being able to take off. and have or take the opportunity. So it's not like the work hard stops, but they crossing the road of change. Now this could be you, Torian, or it's the way you're seeing someone else in your life, but it's changed either way, right? And you get to watch this, wisely knowing and appreciating, whether it's from you or from someone else, the work, the inventing, the tinkering, the time, to get the wheels moving. You were a part of this and it pays off. And I don't feel like it needs to have a payoff, because that was never the point. In some ways, if it's you yourself it's like you're always doing this hard work. And sometimes we can get stuck in seeing like they'll just always be in that energy. They're always working hard, but they never seem to get that opportunity. Something or someone gets the opportunity, whether this is you or someone else. They get the opportunity. There's been so many versions of either you or someone around you. It's like this is so beautiful. You could walk through a graveyard honoring each tombstone of where you've been through your invention, whether this is of yourself, moving from codependency to interdependency to whatever this is. Do you know what I'm saying? This is so beautiful that you could almost like see this graveyard of different versions, like, and you could put the dates on it, from 1977 to whatever, to 1992 to whatever. These are the different versions of me. Wise seeing, wise action. The different versions of my evolution, my destruction and creation. And you could walk through this, seeing it for yourself, feeling it, reminiscing. Don't rack your brain about it. Relax, because this is like the soothingness, not this. It's almost like it's going from this, not necessarily stress, but just like thinking, creating, destroying, following these maps or word searches and, making changes along the way to this relaxing that thing, or like Indian head massage, or again, that device, whatever it is. And like you can relax a little bit. The joy I feel seeing somebody else soar, that I was a part of this journey from, whether it was 1 year, 10 years, 5 years, to even yourself, because again, you're mirrors of each other. And that's almost like what helps it. Friends forever. Something even about like overseas. I don't know. That's random. Strength. Okay. Okay. And then strength has come up. See, like big brain. Be mindful to see wisdom as you're working. Whatever the fates are that you are moving into, cross the road into it. Celebrate it for someone else as they will celebrate for you. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got to get to your runes. I've been yammering on here. So thank you so much, Taurians. I'm going to grab your llama. I feel like I'm doing this in like the most awkward way possible, but there you go. It's all good. All right. Llama. And as a reminder, the fox. The llama spirit brings adaptability, perseverance, responsibility, and endurance. Llamas climb slowly and safely, making sure that their footing is always secure. Your llama spirit can help you overcome hurdles. He teaches worthy goals can be reached with extra effort and hard work. Mind blown. That's how I feel right now. The magic. You've outfoxed certain frequencies, even within yourself. You're like, oh, I'm really codependent on this person, character, or this energy. And you're like, no, it's morphed into interdependency. Please be you, please be me. But we can complement versus complete. But by doing so, you're completing something. Change is afoot. The rose will open. The rose is opening. Especially something about the subconscious state. I can't say it anymore. The perseverance, responsibility, and endurance that you've had. It's like you can endure. I feel like I said that really rudely. Endure but it's like finishing the word of endurance, to persevere. How does the chicken cross the road? With the llama, you're always making sure your footing is secure. You're not just randomly crossing the road of change. This is, I don't want to say strategic, but there's been observation, very wise seeing, and then I take wise action. That's beautiful. The fox might be fancy, and the magic within might be hidden within you, or maybe somebody around you is magical and you've been like their rock, or you've been a different element, because I feel like this is a lot of elements working together. And it feels, again, harmonious interdependently versus codependently. And Taurians, you are moving on and moving up. Even if you're witnessing, observing others around you moving on and moving up, please know that your energy is going with them, because you are a part of it. That doesn't mean you're going to, be side by side or whatever the case is, or if you have a friend moving away or a bestie or whatever the case may be. Side by side. The frequency is forever. In the dark of your heart lives new breath, waiting for you to release its ghost. It's time. It's time. You've done the deep work. You've restored the car. Whatever the case is. I love it. Taurians, I'm not going to yammer on, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And if I didn't say so already, please know we will flip this bookmark in this ink blot for the aura of later on in February, and we will do it again for perspective possibilities. And until then, thank you for being you. May you have met a message with meaning. Gratitude. Bye. Sigh.